Hi guys, Bella here, and it is Sunday, January 6th, and time for my second Winter Wonderland weigh-in. So this last week had New Year's Eve, and that was a little bit of a challenge because I did indulge. I mean, I did have, I think, 3 glasses of Prosecco, and I did have the appetizers. I actually had it at my house, and my sister and a friend came over, and it was a really quiet night, but we did, enjoy ringing in the new year, and I had worked out that day earlier, so I kind of pre-burned calories, and I thought I did pretty well, but I was up on the scale the next couple of days after New Year's Eve. So when all is said and done, today when I weighed in, I weighed 302 exactly, and so that is down 1.2 from last week, which, I mean, I don't think is really that bad considering like I said, the New Year's Eve, and I really didn't work out as much as I could have this week. I think I kind of was taking it, I really did kind of have lazy mode. I worked out a little, and, then I just kind of gave in. I was enjoying my week off because I had this week off as well from school, and I guess I was just enjoying it, kind of doing a few TV show marathons. I watched Boardwalk Empire because I hadn't seen it all season, so I had saved them in my DVR. I watched that, and I started watching Downton Abbey, which is great. I was reading and just doing a few other things, blogging a lot, and seeing friends and family, so I didn't really fit working out in, which is, I think, part of what accounts for my, I would say, mediocre weight loss this week, but I'm actually okay with it because, like I said, it was a holiday week, and I think losing at all is pretty good. So my main focus for the week ahead is that I really want to make sure that I get some workouts in. The food has been going really, really well. I've been doing the lean cuisine, or those kind of dinners, like those like healthy packaged meals. Been doing that for lunch and dinner, along with vegetables. So I make like a salad for lunch, and with dinner, I've been making a lot of the leafy greens. Like I had Swiss chard tonight, and so I basically have been having some kind of leafy green for dinner for months now, but I love it. I love them so much. I just saute it with olive oil and onions and garlic, and I mean, pretty much anything with olive oil, onions, and garlic I'm going to love. And I like all vegetables pretty much, so that works out. So that's been going really well. For my morning, for breakfast, I've been having smoothies. I found this really cool make-ahead smoothie recipe, which is nice, because in the morning when I have school, I really don't have time to do smoothies. Even though I know smoothies only take like 5 minutes to make, it's still just the fact of like having to then rinse out the blender and clean it and all that stuff, and put it in the little to-go container and all that kind of stuff. It's more than I have time for. I just want to really grab and go. So I found a really good, and green smoothies I don't find are good ahead. I've tried it before, and they kind of separate and they don't taste as good. So I save those for the weekend or when I'm home. But these make-ahead smoothies, I'll put the code in the down bar, the Pinterest pin. They're really good. And you can make any kind of combination that you like. I've been making peanut butter apple cinnamon. So it's got oatmeal in it, so that's kind of like a whole grain. It's got, I put almond milk in it. I use the vanilla unsweetened almond milk, so it's got some kind of milk in it. I put in a scoop of BSN Lean Dessert cinnamon protein powder because that adds the cinnamon flavor. Plus I use real cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little tiny dash of ginger in there just because I think that tastes really good together. It takes half a cup of applesauce and like a tablespoon of peanut butter. And I think that's it. Oh, and then like 2 teaspoons of chia seeds. I've been big into the chia seeds because I read actually online about how, a lot of people eat chia seeds all the time. And so I thought, let me find out more about this. Well, I found out that the chia seeds, and it really is true, they make you feel so much fuller, and they thicken the smoothie. So like when I was putting those smoothies in the refrigerator, it was really soupy and like very watery at night. And I was like, oh God, I don't know how that's going to end up tasting. But then I put the chia seeds in and you leave it overnight. It's in at least for 4 hours, but overnight is better. And man, the next morning it was like thick and nice and really, really good. So I highly recommend trying this with this. And she had the website that had it. I think it's called My Yummy Life or something like that. Yummy Life, something like that. She has all different combinations that she's made, and I mean, obviously the sky's the limit. You can use so many different types of fruits and other things together. So I've been really liking the like I said, apple and peanut butter with cinnamon, and I like the oatmeal in there. Some people might not like it because it does add a little texture, so you're kind of chewing the smoothie a little bit. But I actually like that. I think that it tastes good, not to just like drink it down really quick. It's kind of like you have to stop and take it a little bit slower. And it's a really complete meal. In the way that I make it, it's about 400 calories, which is maybe too high for some of you, but it's so filling. It literally lasts until lunchtime, which is nice. So I think that's a good breakfast, you know. And it's really a complete meal because it's got protein, it's got the complex carbs, it's got the fruit with the applesauce, and it's got the dairy, if you count almond milk as dairy. So it's got a little of everything, which is kind of nice. So that's what I've been doing for food, but the other part is obviously the working out. So I've made myself a little schedule of what I'm going to do in the next week and a half or so, and I pretty much do plan to just really get back to the gym and utilize the bike and the elliptical machine and then a few classes. My foot has been doing better. My plantar fasciitis has not been hurting as much. It's definitely, I think resting has helped a lot, and then also getting good shoes. For Christmas I got some Asics that are really adorable and very, very supportive. They've got great arch support. I also bought myself some Dansko shoes that are adorable and also really, really supportive. And then I think I told you guys about the Ortho heels that I bought. This was before my parents, I think it was an early Christmas present. No, I think I bought them for myself. I can't remember. Either way, I either got them for Christmas or I bought them myself, but those were really helpful. And just having these good shoes that are very supportive, I think it's made all the difference. And so I have the pain still, but it's not unless I exert myself. So like on a daily basis, I'm not really feeling pain at all. In the morning when I first wake up, I do. And sometimes then after I've taken like Sophie for a walk, and I haven't been taking her a lot, like very far. We go a lot slower, but still, even when I do that, it does hurt afterwards. I usually need to take a Motrin. But I've totally cut down on that too. I don't like taking medication in general, really, especially like pain medication and stuff. So I was taking 3 a day because that's what it called for, up to 3 a day. And I was taking those, but now I'm taking, if anything, like a lot of days last week I didn't take any at all, but then when I have taken the dog for a walk or something like that, or exerted myself a little bit more, then I take one like with my evening meal, and it helps a lot. So doing really good with that as well. So it's going to be a good week. I'm looking forward to losing more than I did this week and just kind of staying on track. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you next week, okay? Bye-bye.